David was doing everything right, or so he thought. 10 weeks into his fat loss journey, he was tracking every calorie with precision. His protein targets were hit daily. He was training 4 times per week with progressive overload. His calorie deficit was mathematically perfect. But David was miserable. He was constantly hungry, fighting intense cravings every few hours. His energy would crash hard every afternoon around 3 p.m. He was dealing with digestive issues that made him uncomfortable and bloated. His meals consisted of chicken breast, white rice, protein shakes, and low-fat everything. Clean eating taken to the extreme. When I reviewed David's food log, the problem jumped off the page immediately. Despite eating what he considered a perfect diet, David was consuming only 8 to 12 grams of fiber per day. For someone his size trying to lose fat, he needed 35 to 40 grams daily. The missing piece of his fat loss puzzle was fiber. I'm Andy, and I've got your raw daily fuel for today. Here in Hong Kong, we understand efficiency and precision. We don't overlook fundamentals just because they're not flashy. Fiber isn't sexy. It doesn't promise dramatic overnight results. But it's the overlooked foundation that makes fat loss sustainable instead of miserable. Most people make David's exact mistake during fat loss phases. They eliminate fiber-rich foods, thinking fruits have too much sugar, vegetables have unnecessary carbs, and whole grains will prevent fat loss. This creates the perfect storm for diet failure. Constant hunger, unstable energy, and poor adherence. Fiber is non-digestible plant material that fills stomach volume without adding significant calories. It's nature's appetite suppressant, but it does so much more than just keep you full. Fiber is your secret weapon for sustainable fat loss because it increases fullness, slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports the gut health that influences your entire metabolism. There are 2 types of fiber, and you need both for optimal results. Soluble fiber dissolves in water, forming a gel-like substance in your digestive tract. This slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and helps reduce cholesterol. You'll find soluble fiber in oats, beans, lentils, apples, berries, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Insoluble fiber doesn't dissolve in water. Instead, it adds bulk to your stool and speeds elimination, preventing the constipation that's common during fat loss diets. Insoluble fiber comes from whole grains, vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. Your target is 35 to 40 grams daily from whole food sources, not fiber supplements, which don't provide the same satiety benefits or support gut health the way real food does. Here's how fiber specifically aids fat loss. First, it increases satiety. High-fiber foods require more chewing, which slows eating and allows fullness signals to reach your brain. They fill stomach volume and trigger the hormones that signal satisfaction. Second, fiber slows digestion, preventing the blood sugar spikes and crashes that trigger intense cravings. Third, studies consistently show that people eating adequate fiber naturally consume 10 to 15% fewer total calories without trying. Fourth, fiber supports your gut microbiome by feeding the beneficial bacteria that influence metabolism and appetite regulation. Finally, fiber prevents the digestive issues that make fat loss diets uncomfortable and unsustainable. But here's the critical warning. You must add fiber gradually. Increase your intake by 5 grams per week maximum. Your gut bacteria need time to adapt to higher fiber levels. Add fiber too quickly and you'll experience gas, bloating, cramping, and digestive misery that will make you quit before experiencing the benefits. You also need to increase your water intake to 3 to 4 liters daily because fiber needs water to work properly. Without adequate hydration, fiber can actually cause constipation instead of preventing it. Studies show that people eating 35 or more grams of fiber daily lose 5 to 10% more body fat than those eating under 15 grams, despite consuming the same total calories. The fiber makes the difference. David's transformation proved this perfectly. Over 4 weeks, he gradually increased his fiber from 10 grams to 38 grams daily. Week 1, he added oats to his breakfast for 8 grams. Week 2, he included an apple with lunch for 4 more grams. Week 3, he added broccoli and Brussels sprouts to dinner for 10 grams. Week 4, he incorporated beans into his meals for 12 grams and berries as snacks for 4 grams. The results were dramatic. His constant hunger reduced significantly. His afternoon energy crashes disappeared completely. His cravings became manageable. Most remarkably, he lost 2 additional pounds that week, despite making no changes to his total calorie intake. His digestion improved dramatically, and he felt satisfied after meals for the first time in months. Your practical framework is straightforward. First, audit your current fiber intake by tracking everything for 3 days. Most people are shocked by how little they're actually consuming. Second, set your target at 35 to 40 grams daily. Third, add 1 high-fiber food per week. Week 1 might be oats. Week 2, beans. Week 3, more vegetables. Week 4, berries and seeds. Fourth, increase your water intake to 3 to 4 liters daily to support the fiber. Finally, give your gut 4 to 6 weeks to fully adapt. Initial mild discomfort during weeks 1 and 2 is normal as your bacterial populations adjust. I'm Andy, and that's your Raw Daily Fuel. Remember, in Hong Kong, we don't overlook the fundamentals just because they're not flashy. Fiber isn't sexy, but it's the missing piece that makes fat loss sustainable instead of miserable. If this resonated with you, subscribe to Raw Daily Fuel. Diverse voices, global perspectives, one mission, giving you the overlooked fundamentals that create real results.